parent had written a very long message on Facebook. Someone should recommend to her a football player who is also educated, because in her son's class, majority of the boys in that class are doing badly academically, and they all said, somebody told them that if you want to play football, you don't need education. So my name was mentioned. I reached out to the woman and I asked her to bring the boy to me at the stadium. She brought the boy to me. I told him, I went to the University of Lagos, and the football player still came out as the best student in my class. So you can marry the two. That was the first guy I trained.
First player of everybody.
First player is almost graduating from university in Benin. So, and that was it. No football, was just solving the problem, trying to help people balance football with education. And that was how we started, at the back of the goalposts.
Against all odds in Nigeria, in Africa, so football, they see football as a very mild occupation, but you kept on going, no setback. What would you say has kept you going?
The purpose. When you know the purpose of what you are doing, okay, it's a rescue mission. Along the line, you're going to meet people that don't even know their left from their right, and you have to guide them. So you're not just out there to make money and spend money, you're out there to invest in people. So that's purpose. The focus for footballers has not just been football. It's been football, life skills, family, and academic.
You still see beyond.
We are still enjoying. We're not where we are going. We're not there. We're still, but the incredible thing is that we are managing the available resources to still do our very best. All right, so what I envision, we're not there. Let me tell you where we're going. We're going to the City of Champions. At the City of Champions, there will be football 247. Manchester United will come there. What we're trying to do is turn around. They will come. It won't be we always going. They will come for pre-season in Nigeria. They will come here. So that's where we're going. We're bringing the world back to Lagos, Nigeria.
Get ready, because today we are sitting down with a true Renaissance man. He's got the tactical mind of a coach, the lyrical flow of a poet.
Saw stars, saw beyond the fences, saw beyond the tops, saw till every ball that crossed the line become
The academic rigor of a Unilag English grad. He is rewriting the playbook on what it means to serve, from his charity foundation to the written word. He is a father, a writer, and a game changer. Let's welcome Mr. Angel Salt.
Mr. Angel Salt, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
For people that don't know what you do, you've been building an academy, a football academy to be precise, for 7 years straight. I mean, tell us about that. Or what has kept you going? Oh.
Yeah, people, this is Angel Salt. What he's talking about is Footballers Africa. That's a football academy, a football project, I call it, because the project is going to project the players on the project, right? So for 7 years, I've done something incredible in the football space. We've tried to create an environment for young people, young players to develop their football skills and develop social and life skills. All right, so there are 3 different skills here. Apart from those 3, the academic skill is also there, which you have to help them balance. And then they are from a family, so we have to also help them balance that. So the focus for footballers has not just been football. It's been football, life skills, family, and academic. And that's why our tagline is "We are champions." So we're champions. We're championing young people that will go out, such as the person interviewing me right now.
It has been a very nice environment to be in FA Ballers. What first drew you to FA Ballers? What made you start FA Ballers?
So maybe this is when some people will hear the story. I had a serious injury in 2016, and I was trying to heal up. I kept playing. 2017, I was still playing with it. By 2017, I had another injury. So I had a pelvic bone injury and my arm to deal with. So I had to call it quits at that point to rest. So while resting, I did two things. The first thing I did was I picked up my University of Lagos certificate and got a job as a copywriter in an advert firm. And I was recovering. And then the second thing I did was I'd been there for like a couple of months, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm a football player. That's a stock right now. Why did I just go get a coaching education? So I remember one afternoon I had break at work and I went to the National Stadium. I went to the Institute of Sports, made inquiries, paid for the form immediately, and the next year I was in the coaching school. So that was how the preparation for footballer started. I didn't plan to start an academy actually. I just wanted to go to a coaching school, get education, recover from my injury, and return to the pitch. But here's what happened. 3 months into the coaching school, I saw a mention on Facebook, and the mention was from one of my University of Lagos course mates. A parent had written a very long message on Facebook. She needs help. Someone should recommend to her a football player who is also educated, because in her son's class in SS2, majority of the boys in that class are doing badly academically, and they all said somebody told them that if you want to play football, you don't need education. So my name was mentioned, and I reached out to the woman and I asked her to bring the boy to me at the stadium at NIS. She brought the boy to me. I spoke to the boy. I told him, I went to University of Lagos. I'm a football player. I still came out as the best student in my class. So you can marry too. So that was what set up. That was the first guy I trained.
First player of FA Ballers.
First player is almost graduating from University in Benin now. University of Benin, yes. His name is Ebube. All right, so yeah, I started with Ebube. I just tell him to come on Saturday. You know, I'm a poet. So most of the Fridays, I go for videos. I go perform my videos and stuff. So I wasn't really into the coaching thing. I just wanted to get education. So I started with Ebube. And 2 weeks later, I got two other boys, Rooney and Terry. All right, and that was it.
You just felt the energy to
no name, no footballers, just solving a problem. The first problem is trying to help Ebube balance football with education. And the second one is trying to help Terry and Rooney start on time. And that was how we started, at the back of a goalpost.
So it's safe to say the injury created footballers.
The opportunity. The injury prompted me to want to go to the coaching school. At the coaching school, I was at the environment where I could kickstart something that 7 years after is talked about everywhere in Nigeria, Africa, and all over the world too.
I mean, you've been in this for 7 years. That was almost a decade.
Almost a decade.
What would you say has kept you going? I mean, against all odds, or in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole, football, they see football as a very mild occupation, but you kept on going, no setback. What would you say has kept you going?
So here is it for me. I'll call it PV, or let me say PVC safe. Yeah.
What's PVC?
The P is purpose. See, when you start a journey on purpose, when you hit the rock, when storms and everything comes up, as far as you're purpose driven. For example, when I started training those kids, those 3 boys at the back of the goalpost, I was already seeing footballers at a full stretch pitch. I was already seeing some of the players putting on national team jersey. I was already seeing collaboration with Arsenal, Man U, Bayern. I was already seeing expansion. So the academy, even in name, the Faith Ballers, is spelled F8 Ballers. It's Faith Ballers. It's a faith-based thing. I was already seeing the bigger picture, where we are going. So what else will keep you going? Purpose. When you know the purpose of what you are doing, okay, it's a rescue mission. Along the line, you're going to meet people that don't even know their left from their right, and you have to guide them. So you're not just out there to make money and spend money. You're out there to invest in people. So that's purpose. The second thing is vision. I've already captured vision in my last talk, and that's vision. Miles Monroe said, vision is to look farther than your eyes can see. All right, you can see what's immediate, but you can look beyond it. All right, so we're at the back of a goalpost. Even at the back of the goalpost, we created a palace out of it. When we're there, the life there is amazing. The environment is sustaining, is energizing. Then when we moved to the bigger pitch, there was expansion. So what kept me going? There were times when I got tired, to be sincere with you. There were setbacks. There were times when, for example, they wanted to renovate the pitch we're using. And we had to leave the National Stadium and move to a community where the smoke in their aim and all the stuff. You know that place I'm talking about. And it was challenging. The dream wasn't looking like
Realistic
what I initially envisioned. So I kept going, and I kept looking at opportunities to move back to a same environment, which happened, and now we're like on a trajectory. Now, what's the C? The C is consistency. Man, like yesterday, I was talking to another statesman. I didn't know he knows me so much. And he was telling me that, all of us, we don't talk about what you do, but we're inspired. I tell my children about you. That there's one Angel Salt boy at the stadium. If you go to the academy, you see the standard, it's European, it's everything, the outfit and everything. And I'm like, sir, I was just doing copycat too. I was just looking at the standard up there and replicating it, and that's it. So we have consistently done something. I've consistently tread the path of excellence. We're looking at the Super Eagles. We're looking at the top leagues. How does an academy in Lagos, Nigeria, in an unenabling environment, quote me, manage to still churn out global leading football developmental programs? That's has to be PVC, purpose, vision, and consistency.
PVC.
Yeah.
Has kept you going.
Yes.
Let me take you back to when you said you started from back post. What you're seeing now, what you're living in, is that what you envision for where you are right now?
Well,
you've still seen beyond.
We are still on a journey. We're not where we are going. For example, we're still limited. All right. We currently are at National Stadium. We use the 3 pitches there. There are 4 pitches, but we use 3. We use NIS, we use Legacy and Hockey pitch. We are going to where we can control the pitch 247, where we can have daylight training and nighttime floodlight training. You understand? So we are not there. We are still, but the incredible thing is that we are managing the available resources to still do our very best. All right. So what I envision, we are not there. Let me tell you where we're going. We're going to the City of Champions. At the City of Champions, there will be football 247. Manchester United will come there. What we're trying to do is turn around. They will come. It won't be we always going. They will come for preseason in Nigeria. They will come here. So that's where we're going. we are bringing the world back to Lagos, Nigeria, or whatever the camp will be, whether it will be in Ogun State or, you know. So that's what I envision. That's where we're going.
PVC. Noted. This, the children you train, what, what are you building in them aside football? Like, what you build in them?
So I started by saying that we're not just doing football skills, we're doing social and life skills. So if you've ever seen me on the field, I know you have seen me a couple of times, you see how very, very terrific I can be when I'm addressing character issues,
Yes.
when I'm addressing punctuality, attendance, when I'm addressing communication. These are things outside the purview of football. All right. People think you just come, you wear jersey, and you can play football and say nonsense. No. You're dealing with other people from other families. And if you're lucky to make it to Arsenal, you're going to be dealing with other nationalities. So the children I train are footballers are raising a generation of champions, of people who have incredible character, who communicate well, who behave well. All right, we went to play a match in Ikoyi some time ago, an all-white team, and I didn't know they're all-white team. The coach just said, we have some kids in Ikoyi, they play on Sundays, let's go. But you know, anytime we're going out as footballers, we have the way we appear, we have the way we talk, we have our finesse, we have the way we carry ourselves. You know, we go there and saw that, whoa, this is all white parents and kids everywhere. Oh, so we're not adjusting. Our default setting is excellence. Hey kids, get in line. When you finish playing with them, don't say the wrong words. Say hi to them. Don't be hostile to them. You understand? So the people I'm raising, I want to call them people. The children, teenagers, young adults I'm raising are footballers. We're raising them to be outstanding societal personalities, people that can fit into any system. All right, and you are one of them. We're proud of you, of how you're running business and everything you do. All right, and the thing is that because they are interested in football, they want to kick football. So what we're doing is we're maximizing that interest to form a solid personality out. And that's what we did to you too.
Okay, let me put it. All you just said now, which kid will you say you really defined what you just talked about?
There's a kid in front of me, and there are so many other kids. And this will take me to another talk,
Okay.
which is the challenges. All right. So I've had a couple of players fall out of the system because while we're trying to develop their football skills and life skills, there are other people who don't care about life skills.
Just want the football skill.
Who tell you you're a good player now. Why they going to tell you say make you be make why they going to sit you down because you come late for training? Why they going to tell you say this one that one? Oga, waiting. You know be small boy now. You say no small. Do you understand that? So there are players that are very skillful, but your Bible will say, "Tomo ekele ba gegi, agbalaga mtu ma wosi." What that means is that when a young person is doing something, an elderly person can predict
That's going to end.
what's going to happen. This way this guy is behaving, where will he land? So there are people that are falling out of the system. So you permit me not to mention anybody in quotes.
Yes.
But I know there are several of the players right now that are replicating what we stand for. Right? There are players that we've loaned to other teams, and I loaned a particular player to a team, and the manager of the team will say, where did you see this boy? This boy doesn't talk in the camp, doesn't misbehave. When they say we are leaving the camp by 9:30, this boy is seated in the bus by 9:25. What do you do to this boy? That's what we're talking about. Not just at the academy. When we loan a player to a team and they give us report and say, oh, this boy is behaving very well, he's hardworking. When everybody's done training, you're still training. You understand? So there are a couple of guys like that that are doing very well, that are replicating the soft and life skills in line with their football playing.
So that's like giving a good reputation for you too, because they'll say, okay, any player that comes from this guy has to be a good player.
So you see where the work is now. You see where the work is. So we are looking at the reputation of the coaching crew and the academy, and what we represent outside the football field. So you see where the work is. So maybe I should help you ask the next question. Is how easy it is, or how easy is it to teach character alongside football? It's very difficult. The Mourinhos, the Ancelottis are still dealing with it. They are still dealing with some of the vestiges. You see some players behave badly as professionals. You still see it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There are some legends that even behave.
A lot of them.
You can mention Balotelli as one.
Yeah, Balotelli's case is something to talk about on that time. All right, there's a racist foil
In him.
So when you psychoanalyze him, I read English in school, so there's what we call psychoanalysis.
What's
If you psychoanalyze Balotelli, psychoanalysis is to look at a character from the roots. How does a Ghanaian boy that grew up with an Italian parent or Italian parents face racism back to back? How won't it turn out like that? So when I'm dealing with players, I
want to know them too.
I want to know, where is this player coming from? He's a Mushin boy. Say something used to enter their head in Mushin. Is that thing in his head? So when I'm dealing with him, I'm dealing with a player that is coming from Mushi. So I need to understand what happens in Mushi.
Before you know how to deal with him.
What part of Mushi is he coming from? Is he Idioro or Olosha or Olateju or Ojuri? What is happening in the environment? So coaching work is not just put whistle in your mouth and you blow and you start kicking ball about. It's a tough work. It's research. Osimhen is from Olusosun area of Lagos State. UEFA did something about him recently after he scored an hat-trick against Ajax. Where is Olusosun? What is the lifestyle in Olusosun? What environment produced Victor Osimhen? Those are useful resources for any coach that wants to coach him. You understand what I'm saying? So how easy is it for us to train a child knowing their character? It's a lot of work. Because as I speak to you, we have players from different parts of Nigeria, different parts of Lagos, different parts of our environment. And one thing I always do is that I go out of my way to research. What did they happen for where that boy come from? What's their lifestyle? Because sometimes a player will just show you something. And you'll be like, for where? I don't want to mention it, but I have some players that show me shiggy. They're talented. The talent is the gold. The talent is the treasure. You have to nurture the treasure. But you must know the life that surrounds that treasure. Because the life can turn that treasure into trash. Do you understand?
This that you mentioned now, you said talent. Talent is like the A.
That's a treasure.
The treasure.
That's gold.
Someone like Ronaldo, would you say is his character that took him to wherever he is now? Because I don't see Ronaldo as a talented player. So would you say it's his character, the kind of person he is, that took him to where he is right now?
So I used to be a Man U fan. Those days. Used to be a Man U fan, but I became a Man U fan. There's Cantona, Beckham, Ronaldo. All right, I'll just run through the three. Eric Cantona, talent. Impeccable talent. This one's what they do with football is stressless. And then there's Beckham. What's Beckham's signature? Free kick. Now there's Ronaldo. Ronaldo is a combination of Cantona and Beckham. As a coach, what did I learn from that? I learned from Ronaldo that even if a player is not talented and is willing to work, he can compete with a talented player. And that's how Ronaldo and Messi held us spellbound for 12 years in the football world. 12 good years. 12 years.
Consecutively.
They were just giving us the talented guy. You know, mostly we don't believe that Messi works hard because you don't see his video.
Yeah.
But if you see where Messi is doing personal training, bro, you will see a talent working. And then you see a working talent. You see that? So, because Ronaldo was able to embrace work, embrace sacrifices, eat the right food, do the right training, pay the sacrifices, you can see it was easier for him to match Messi. Even though Messi is a couple of people's favorites. Just try and sit down and watch Messi's clip for like 30 minutes.
Be amazed.
Your loyalty to Ronaldo will change. Because you will see Ronaldo is the one that will teach you how to be direct. Move the ball, shoot it. Go for the header, bring it down. But Messi does magic on the ball. And I'm saying that because I have trained those two specs of players. I currently train some players that the things they do on match day, I didn't teach them. It's God-given. You're only helping him to sharpen up his technique. And I've trained players that I'll tell the parents, I give him 6 months. 6 months of consistent training. This is where this guy will be. I can promise you.
Wow.
6 months of continue passing the ball, passing the ball, passing the ball, passing the ball. 6 months of running the run at Fabolas. 6 months of playing games. 6 months of seeing himself in a jersey with his name at the back of it. Personal pride and family pride. 6 months of that, I can predict where he's going to be. And that's working, that's happening. You understand? So Ronaldo shot himself to the skies because of hard work and sacrifices and discipline. The guy is disciplined.
What's discipline to you?
Discipline to me is doing the right thing at the right time. Yeah. That's
Doing
what it
the
is.
right thing
At the right time.
Simple as that.
So it starts with knowing the right thing and getting yourself to do it. That's where indiscipline comes in. Knowing that your first touch is not good, you're supposed to work on it. But instead of working on it, you are helping a character on PS5 to show his first touch. When you can stand with your ball in front of a wall for 1 hour to sharpen your first touch, but you are with a pad, joystick, in front of a big screen, playing game. There is time for everything. Quote me, most Nigerian young players might not make the cut because there's too much distractions. They watch the video on YouTube and TikTok, but they don't set out time to practice. When you see a player that is practicing, there's what we call the noticeable difference. Each time he comes for a training or match, as a coach, you see that this guy,
Different.
something is adding up. Something is adding up. This guy is working on something, and it's easy to tell. During the lockdown, was this Babatov, Dimitar Babatov? I was watching this video. During lockdown, I was doing training on Zoom with players in the house.
Yeah,
during
yeah,
lockdown,
yeah.
remember? Now I watched Babatov's video. Babatov can control angel from heaven.
What do you mean?
Angels are huge.
Mhm.
If an angel happen to fall down from heaven, and Babatov is there, he will control the angel.
Oh, you mean like it's
His
control?
control is crazy.
Okay.
And Babatov shared with the rest of the world
This is how.
how and what does he do? Babatov will stay in front of the wall and hit the ball very hard. And the ball will land on his chest. Babatov will hit the ball up and bring it down where nobody's watching. So you can go and check his clips when he was in Man U, Tottenham, Monaco, or when he was in Bayern Leverkusen. You see the kind of things he do with the ball. I'm sure people will be like, oh, it's natural. It's natural. But it was during lockdown, the guy told us what he did to become that. So even though young players are going to watch that, are they going to set out the time to practice that? So that's what Ronaldo represents for me. The guy who was hungry enough to want to get to the top of football. I'm waiting for a day we'll score the 1,000 goal. Is a day I'm waiting for too.
Do you think he will retire
He's-
after the 1,000 goals?
Retire. The Ronaldo I know will not retire soon. Until his legs cannot move again. He won't retire soon.
Let's go back to FA bowlers.
Yeah.
What should we and where do you expect FA bowlers to be in 5 years? Why you?
Now, this 5 years question every time.
Okay, let's put it to 10 years.
10 years. That one is there too. Well, 5 years time, where will footballers be? Probably in our own facility. Probably in our own facility. Probably, definitely, footballers will be boasting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 talents that have crossed
Europe.
the grassroots to the mainstream. We call it the mainstream football space. So it could be Europe, it could be one of those markets, but we're talking about the players that we've developed at the national level stage, at the top level stage. That's where we're going to be in the talent space. We're also going to be we're going to have become another credible institution that if somebody sees a football talent on the streets and say, I know the place I can take this boy to. And it's not only his football, his life will change. And then the person will say, just take him to footballers. So that means we'll have accrued so much credibility in the space that people can say no. For example, as I speak to you, I have a Chinese boy in the team. Came all the way from China to Nigeria. And when they brought him to Nigeria, the father takes him around to play football. And the father said, okay, this boy said he wants to play in an academy in Nigeria. Which team can he play where he can stay in their facility and they can take care of him? And two different people recommended us to the father.
Wow.
And this one came, I spoke with him, and then the other person too came and I spoke. And they're like, it's the same person.
How does those kind of things make you feel?
I feel so proud. I feel so rewarded by God, because on the flip side, you can be working so hard and doing the right thing and you're not getting recommendation. It happens. So I feel so blessed. I feel so engraced by God that people recommend what we do to people. And this boy is with me. He's doing very well. I mean, he's doing impeccably well. A 15-year-old boy playing in the midst of giants and finest feats in less than a month in the academy. So we have an international outlook as it is. So when I told you that Man U will come to Nigeria, the kind of grace that we carry, we're not really focused so much on going out, even though we go out. We will export our talents. But we also want to become an academy in Nigeria, at the heart of Africa. That somebody in London can say, I'm taking my child to Nigeria to go and learn football. You see that that's not the usual script.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going.
It's always us going.
Yeah, so they will come. And they're already coming.
Like you said, the boy from China.
The ones from India, they're already coming.
So, but this is a personal question. What has FA Ballers done to you as a person?
Has challenged me to be a better person, to be a thoughtful leader, to be a global person. There's footballers and there is Ingesol Foundation. There are the Wakapas things I do, all those things. So all of those things put together have challenged me to be a better person, to be more creative, to be more resourceful, to expand the scope of my thinking, to expand my network, to also be more selfless by the day, to think about other people, to think about win-win for people. Because every day, like today, before coming here, a father called me. They are bringing a boy from Niger State to us. And when they brought the boy, they were like, okay, he's going to stay with his auntie. He won't stay in our camp and stuff. And I kept quiet. And then I'm getting a call today that says that, please, that boy needs to stay in your camp. And I told the father, I said, see, what I'm going to give to you are footballers. You might not get it somewhere else. Because working with these children has challenged me to be an excellent person, to be a man of integrity, to be somebody that what I say and what you see, they align.
Collide.
So when I tell you, we're going to take care of your child at footballers, I know what I'm saying. And, he made payment for the camp and the boy will move in tomorrow, Thursday. Right? So, footballers have challenged me, has made me to be more prayerful, more sensitive, more kind, more liberal, and they're more diversified. I live in a world of boys and girls, of black and white, of people of different languages. So I am more diversified. I can't be prejudiced. I can't be, what's that word now? Segregational. I can't be discriminating. Yeah, I had dread on my head. Yeah, before I put it down. I put it down because I had to go somewhere. I said, let's put it down. I'll grow it again. So I've shifted from the local to the glocal. That's what we call glocal now. So global and local together. So my mind represents the glocal. So that's what footballers did to me. Changed my thinking. I began to see myself as a coach preparing players, fathers, mothers, business people. I stopped seeing the players as players.
Yes.
I started seeing them beyond where they are. So when I'm addressing players, I'm addressing issues of families, of, bro, you're going to become a father in the next 10 years. You shouldn't be doing this. You can see what it has done to me. It has expanded and increased me.
That's something. So you said you have a camp now.
Yeah.
How does you have a camp?
Yeah, we have an accommodation where our players stay.
For players?
Yes. Players that are from outside our environment. So we have somebody from Ibadan there. We have 2 boys from Delta. We have the one coming from Niger now. We have the one from Kaduna, from Songo. Who else is there again? We have some 2 boys from Lekki. Because going and coming for every training is killing. So And then what's the long-term plan for that? Is that we have to build an institution. We have to build probably something that can house like 1,000 players.
1,000.
So at that level, we need to have our own pitch.
You mentioned you do other stuffs like Angel Salt Foundation, Wakapas. Well, how does that align with Efabolas?
So now Fabolas is the school, the football academy.
Okay.
Now, at a point in my journey in 2021, I started feeling in my spirit that I needed to export our values and Fabolas to other teams. I saw other coaches that say I'm their mentor, they are struggling, they are in the hinterland, they are in the Kurudu, in Ajegunle, in Lagos Island, in all those places. They don't operate at the level we operate, And then, so the two things that came to my mind was, one, we have to open up to them, play them friendly matches, So when these kids are coming from Ikorodu to National Stadium to come and play us, they're like, whoa, we dey go stadium, we dey go legacy, want to go and play on top, AstroTurf, When they come and I see them, in my mind, I'm like, God, it's the joy. That's the joy. Like a boy in Yanokpaja can come to National Stadium and play. Where they used to train is stone and sand. When they come and say, wow. So we had to open up. And then the second thing I had to do was to start creating events and values. So we created the Angel Salt Sports Development Foundation. And then we use that to do events. So there is Wakapa's Christmas football party coming up in December. There is the Champs Cup. It's a May Day Children's Day program. There is Pass and Pasta. That one is an independent day program. So we started, because it's also a nation building thing.
Okay.
We have to start putting those projects around those holidays. And then there's what we call Tattered Boots, where we try to get funds for boots and then identify players that don't have boots and give it to them. So all of those things are things outside the academy. Yes, there are kids in the academy that we are supporting on scholarship because their parents can afford the academy. So I've reached out to you before. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's how we do it. We balance everything. Balance it. In-reach and outreach. Yeah.
Angel Salt is your name.
That's my real name.
You're not Nigerian. How would Salt be in your name?
So I'm a creative.
Okay.
So Salt is my 4 other names. Angel, Simon, Ajayi, Laiwola, Toluwashanufu. So I created Salt out of my other names. Yo.
I was just curious. So there's this tradition that got inspired by one of my mentors, whereby every guest leaves a message for the next guest, not knowing who they are leaving it for.
Okay.
We call it the hand of question. So the question left for you: if you could go back to your 21-year-old self to give him advice, what would it be?
Well, at 21, I was already a cracker.
What do you mean?
At 21, I was at University of Lagos, year 2. Yes, year 2. Playing for the school team. Already popular. Everywhere on campus. Yes. At 21, I was already an executive in my department, which has never happened because it was supposed to happen at 22. At 21, I was already a poet going around campus. So at 21, I started doing things that I should be doing.
You're older.
You understand? Handling responsibilities and everything. But the one thing I would say to my 21-year-old self that I feel was lacking was that at 21, I wasn't selfless enough.
Selfless?
Yes. So most of the things that were happening around me were happening for me. So I wasn't really thinking about other people. And you know, the best legacy you can leave is when your life is not by yourself. When your pursuit, your waking up daily is not about you. Yeah, my waking up daily now includes my wife and my child. All right, but it also includes thousands of other people. My words, my actions are going to affect a lot of people. You understand? So my 21-year-old self was just a guy that is enjoying attention and all those privileges and everything is around me. So maybe if my 21-year-old self was so selfless, I would have gotten opportunity to get on some platforms and I won't be at this level today. Even though this level I am, people like it, I could have gone further than this.
Thank you very much for coming here.
You're welcome.